summertime, you get these clouds that form, pop up thunderstorms. They brewing nights. It's thundered a little bit. Trying to get it done, and I got all the boards all the way around. So let's knock off these tops here now. Well, that was gonna be better, but it's a awfully slow method there, so I may have to go back to chainsaw method. I'll go see if I got a more aggressive sawzall blade. Cause that's a brand new blade, but it is way too slow. Way too slow. Yep, I'm gonna try something different. All right, let's try this again. put the ladder right in, go away. Again, trying to save some time, but anyway, have got these in now. I'm gonna come in. You know, one piece of 2x6 left here. I got several pieces. I'm gonna come in here and make me some little braces in here, and this will be done. And I'll tell you what, this thing is sturdy, way sturdier than the other one I had up here. So it's gonna be real nice. It's gonna be a good foundation for the deer stand. Gonna be a nice hunting spot again. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get me some measurements and cut me some boards and get in here and do that again. Trying to beat these storms up. You don't hear the rumbling in the background. All right, folks, that's a wrap. Of course, I'm standing on top of it, so it'll be a pretty nice view, as it already was. So, pretty sturdy. So, nice. I put my boards in the center there. That is going to be plenty for as stable and secure as this is. That's going to be just dandy. So, come out now tomorrow and bring the skid steer and deer stand, set it on top of here and anchor it down, put a ladder on it, and we'll be ready to go deer hunting here in about a month. So y'all stay tuned for that. Alright, folks, first look at the deer stand. Got it over here ready to put it up on our stand we built. Pretty nice, built on a pallet base. See there, got it on a pallet base. Nice, almost full-size door that I built, locking. Windows, you got the windows where they'll fold up and down. Put them down to transport it. Got hook latches on it. Nice little shelf there. Put stuff on. Got shelf back here. Of course, I put stuff up there as well. It turned out pretty nice. Didn't cost me a whole lot. Pretty much just the exterior board and a few 2x4s. I had to buy a few 2x4s. Didn't have to buy many of them, but I did have to buy a few of those. Like I said, I had to buy the exterior panel in here to put on the outside. I just used the Thompson's water seal coating that I put on my man cave. Used it, put on the outside. Got shingles on the top, slanted roof. It does have a little porch area there that I built. Of course, you ain't gonna sit on it, but I wanted to be able to get up there, and that way you can get a solid foundation when you're opening the door and be set up pretty good. So, like I said, I think it turned out pretty nice. So, get y'all situated, and we're gonna put it up on the base. that turned out pretty dadgum good, I believe. Nice base. Fits up there real well. I think that looks pretty good. Too shabby. Anyway, run home and get my supplies, and we'll come back and get it tied in to the base there. Locked down. We should be good to go. If only deer season was open. Nice view from the new deer stand. Got it all tied down. She's ready to go. Nice view. Of course, I'm not as tall as the other one was, but I didn't want to be as tall as the other one. So, very comfortable. And I built this deer stand off of specs from the other one, sorta. Windows, I took out the old one and saved them, put them in this one. But there is some changes that I put into this one that the other one didn't have. The other one was actually the first deer stand I'd ever built. And gosh, it might be the one of the first projects I did with my students when I got to the school I'm at now. So, which would make that deer stand have been 16, 17, 18 years old, because I've been at the school I'm at teaching right now 18 years. So, the deer stand's pretty old. So, but again, I built this stand off of those specs. So, anyway, good view, good view. Of course, I did the ASMR video the other day. I've already seen it. I plowed a strip right along the edge of the wood line there. You can probably barely see it right over there. Plowed it all the way down to the corner of the wood line right there. Actually bought me a mixture of seed the other day at Tractor Supply, so I'm probably here shortly fixing to probably plant that because we've been getting some rain. Got some good moisture in the ground. I'm gonna put out some lime and some fertilizer, and then I may go ahead and sow that seed. So, there do got a little strip there planted. Of course, I planted this food plot back first of the summer, I guess, and some of the stuff's come up pretty good. You can see all the tall stuff there came up. It was I don't know what all it had in it. It was a big time mixture, but I planted it here. I actually planted a little plot down there past the big oak tree in the corner. It didn't do too good, just because of lack of nutrients, because I planted it in the road, and then over in front of my house where I hunt, I planted. So anyway, let's do a little tour. We're gonna shut this video down. So got my nice little mossy oak seat there. So plenty of room to put that out of the way. Once you come out here on the little porch, you got room to be able to close the door behind you. I got that good and tight. And of course, standing on the porch, you got a nice little view out across the hayfields behind us. So it's nice because I can step right on down. I got a little bit of a handhold with the corner board there. Cut it off, got it anchored in. The ladder here is anchored in at the top there, and got anchored here on both sides. And really nice. And then got the support down right there, anchored to the 2x4. So worked out really well. I really do like it. Can't wait for deer season to come in and be able to get out here and do some hunting out of this thing now. I like it. I really, really do like it. So of course I'll bring y'all along when we start deer hunting, especially when we start hunting out of the new stand here. Turned out really, really well. But anyway, it's probably gonna be a long video just because all the steps I took there, but if you stuck around this long, I do appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you that subscribe and watching my videos. I don't say that nearly enough, that I do appreciate that, and thank you for taking your time out of your busy day to watch Double A Farm. We do appreciate it. So God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you in the next one.